good morning, West Ham fans. Rush the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Happy Friday. We have done another week, my friends. We have done another week. Congratulations. Obviously, West Ham play Liverpool at Anfield on Sunday. We'll have all the build up for the game. We'll have the Graham Potter press conference today, I believe, as well. Anton's helped me with that because obviously I'm in Manchester at the moment. Manchester, mad for it. And I thought I'd bring a morning musing. I know you've missed them this week, and I wanted to do something a bit different because like we've been talking about a lot of rumours, a lot of transfer ins, a lot of transfer outs, and it got me thinking about players who have been and gone. And I was watching Toffee TV the other day, and they did a really good subject, which I thought would be great for just as a start for Ted and just get some conversation in the um, in the comments below and stuff like that. And the question is, which player did you really think was going to make it at West Ham and didn't? Whether it's a transfer player you bought in, maybe an academy player. And obviously, there's plenty to choose from when it comes to West Ham. Particularly, I mean, I'm thinking about players we transferred in. You know, guys who were really excited when they came in, but they just didn't quite or didn't at all make the cut. And it didn't work at West Ham. And obviously, we could probably make the show 24-hour live stream talking about all the players who haven't made it at West Ham we thought would do. But for me, the one player, and it might be more recency more than anything that sticks out, who I was gutted. I was gutted it never worked out properly was Janluca Scamacca. Obviously, he came with a fanfare. He came with, West Ham social media team not spelling his name right. You know, he'd come from Serie A, Sassuolo. He'd had a decent season in Serie A, 16, 17 goals. We had Pedro Obiang on the channel, who he'd played with at Sassuolo, who spoke to him about West Ham, and and you just thought it was not the missing piece of the puzzle, but someone who just was right for West Ham. He was a good age as well, and we saw moments. I mean, for some reason on Twitter or X, whatever you call it now, they're showing a lot of those games or highlights of West Ham during sort of the Europa League and Europa Conference League, and you can see because actually he's obviously watching them as well because he's commenting. Yeah, great time, great goal, and you saw there some glimpses of what he had in his locker. And it just didn't work out. And actually, we had we're going to have Kevin on soon, Kevin Nolan on soon in a couple of weeks' time. But I went to a players' night, ex-players' night with him and Ginge a few weeks ago. And they were talking about Janluca, and it's those sliding doors moments in football which make or break a player's career, or make or break a player's transfer. And it never worked out for Janluca. Obviously, we signed him. Obviously, came over from Italy, young lads. I saw him walking about Stratford a few times, in the shopping centre at Westfield. Then he gets injured, and as Kevin said, he was a cracking lad, and he went back to Italy to recover from his injury, and that's what got him homesick. And then he just really didn't fancy it from then on at West Ham, which is a real shame because Italian number 9. He was one of those players who thought I could just be that sort of missing piece of the puzzle we were looking for. We were looking for a skillful clinical striker, and you saw some of the goals he scored. I mean, how many goals did he actually score for us? He scored probably a lot more than other West Ham strikers we've signed. Let's have a quick look on the old button on my list. Scalamaca. I mean, he only ended up playing 27 games for West Ham, scored 8 goals, a lot of them obviously in the conference. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, he scored I think the last game he played was the Larnaca game, where he scored a decent goal. And that was the goal he actually commented on the other day. But you think, he came with like £30 million price tag, and you're thinking this is the right type of person we need to get in. And it never worked out. And I was gutted because he was one of those players who I really thought had something about him. And that sort of Arnautovic type player, type forward position, and it never works. And there's probably going to be a million others. So in the comments, I just want to know who's yours. You can pick one. I could pick loads. We could all pick loads. If we're looking at academy players, I'd probably pick someone like Harrison Ashby. For me, I thought he was going to be the one that made it for us. Didn't work. Didn't work out. Grass was thought Grass was screen on the other side. He's now playing. He's now out on loan at QPR from Newcastle. He was at Swansea on loan, and there's loads. But for you, who was the one player that you thought when we bought? This is it. This is the one. Might be might be Haller, might be whoever. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below. Something a bit more fun for a Friday. It's Friday Fun Day, so just a bit of a walk down nostalgia alley, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of people I probably even forgot. I mean, now like literally names are just falling into my Davor Suker. I'm not being funny. He was like World Cup. He was banging them in. And there's literally hundreds more, and the more obscure the better for me in terms of what you're going to say. And we might do, maybe we'll do a prize for it, for the one which is most liked or whatever, just for a bit of giggles, bit of shits and giggles. But anyway, as I said, I hope Anton will be around for the Graham Potter press conference a little bit later on. We may even well see the lesser spotted Irish Tommy on the Late Show later on tonight, and then we start the build up for the Liverpool game. So we'll have Stat Attack, we'll have a watch along as well with the starting 11 show, and with our friends at Match Bingo as well. They'll be helping us with that. But yeah, something a bit fun. It's all a bit serious at the moment. Players coming and going, 11 players out. We were up for this guy with this, and we'll still bring you all that stuff later on today. But just something just to ease you into Friday. Okay, peeps. Well, anyway, have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow and Sunday. Obviously, I'll be doing the watch along for the Liverpool game, and I'll be back down south. They all talk funny up here. They all talk funny, don't they? They all got mad for it. It's a bit weird. It's a funny old place, isn't it, Manchester? Although we did have fun last night. We went to I don't know why we're doing this now. We went to a teppanyaki place, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how high the fire. Yeah. All right. All right. Look how high. Look how high this fire is. Almost took my eyebrows off. This bloke, and he was laughing. And honestly, me and Flo were the only ones there. And look at this. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Isn't it? Mental. Anyway, there we go. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith. And we'll see you later on. We're going to go Salford Quays, aren't we? We're going to go on the tram. Much love. See ya. Bye.